Five. Seven. Well, you got me that here. Come on, Jockey. Hey, leave him alone. Hey, Shorty, leave him alone. Good enough. Me and Frank. I don't give him an idea. 10. You got skill. 18's the wall, that's not 45. Far end. Yeah. Thank you. I had a fucking 20 as well. We could have been in the 10 times that we're up to. What would you say? 5 we're up to. What? Yeah, I've got them anyway. You've got it. Said I'd do them for me. Oh. Girls and what? Has he said all about parking on grass? No. No, we can't park on grass. That's what we've said. What's in here, Zee? Yeah. Don't get scales for that. I'm not. No, I'm not. I've got that scale, I'm going home. Folks, it's not him. I've got him. You've got him on the check. We'll keep it out. Easier with a cheddar than if you're doing a fiver. It's like, sit round my brothers are here. 18, not another good. Just be careful out the door, Scales are here. Jump board. I'm good at scales. The jump board. You're in me. 32. Yeah, 32. Oh, we only got 31. Alan, can we drive round or not? I don't know, go ask him. Right, folks, I've got scales. Take 43. That's just somewhere down here, so. Right, good morning, fisher people. I'm Alan Norris from Fish on TV. And I don't know what date. What date is it? Is it? Oh, it's the 1st of November. Tuesday the 1st of November. And you are joining me at the lovely Swanlands Fishery at Thorn. Fantastic place. Look, everybody likes it here. It's been fishing well. It's quite a bit chillier today. How are we going to get on? I just don't know. It's blowing a bit of a hoolie. I've just seen a couple of locals. I've drawn peg 43. It's about 13 metres to the island. This wind is really strong, they've said. You'll catch up against reeds. So it's a quite shallow testing depth, so we'll see what it's like for holding pole because it's blowing left to right. We'll see. There's plenty of skimmers in here. I'll certainly set a skimmer line up as well, and it will be bomb and method. I'm going to keep it simple as that, folks. Let's get down there. We'll see you on peg 43. I would have preferred to be on 45. The Empegnage Bove's got that. That's a lovely peg, that. Reads all the way around. Always had a good day there. Always framed from there. How are we going to get on here? Don't know. Never fished. Peg 43. New one. So let's have a go and see how we get on. Right, here on peg 43. Late getting ready. I don't know why they always want to start early. It drives me mad. Right. Peg 43. Oh, hold on a minute. Is that a liner? Yeah, a big liner that. Okay. Hold on a sec. Massive liner. Massive liner, folks. About this, like getting ready. Just chucked a method out over to me right where I'm not really going to be fishing with my pole and stuff. So peg 43. I'll turn around and show you. We've got Nigel on end peg here, and we've got Graham Scott just here. Favoured pegs over there, peg 8's a great peg. And my mate Jeff on peg 31 over there somewhere that had £200. We've had loads of rain. Is that going to affect it? Don't know. Right, I'll let him look at the peg. Tell you what my tactics are. I've just set up down here at 6 metres as a skimmer line, and I've set a rig up. I've plumbed it up to the depth onto the bottom, and then I've come 6 inch off. A couple of locals have sort of said just try dobbing a pellet about to start with and see how you get on, because there are fish there. So I've got a rig set up for along the reeds, a rig set up for short, and a rig set up for margin, and then I've got my method. I can chuck the method. There's a nice clear bit in there. I've just gone to the corner of Island at the minute. Baits wise, ground bait for skimmers, pellets for method, fuel maggots, soft pellets, 6 mils. And I've got some corn which I've not opened yet for margins for a little bit later on. So let me get this camera set up, and we'll see how the day progresses. It's very, very windy. I don't think holding a 13-14 metre pole is going to be great, but we'll do as best. So there we go, folks. They're the tactics. Let's see if we can get a few fishies. Oh, let me get that on. There we go. Over and out. Alright, folks, I've had one already on the method, just as I put the setting the camera up, and I've just unwound it back over there. It's probably 16 metres, 15 metres, and second fish. And apparently I'm emptying it. It's only my second fish. It seems like a decent one as well. It is. Nice one. Yeah, it's got to be 4 to 5 pounds. Okay, Mr. Fish. Okay. He's not happy, is he, folks? Not happy at all. So that's 3 casts and 2 fish. More than happy with that. Say we're late getting going. So I'm going to put 5 down for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got about £8. We'll have another go at that. Still not got all my gear on my towel. Just knocked my bloody flask over. So let me just get this set up. I'm still setting my camera up. We'll see if we can get another one, eh? Oh, this is fish number 4, folks, in like half an hour. You can see it, try going into the reed start, I had to drag it out. Another F1. Let's get rid of all this rubbish. Lots of rubbish on the line. Oh, the micros, again, I soaked them in the dynamite baits fill. It seems to be doing the trick. The ground bait I've got for the skimmers is the carp commercial, and the bag and baits carp commercial and XPG, just in case some of you are wondering what they are. The XPG, the crushed expander, is absolutely wonderful stuff. Right, here we go. Just check everything, make sure there's nothing got ruined while it went in those
reeds. You've got to be quick to try and get them out. I'm sure I'm going to lose a few in there, but you never know. Here we go. I think it's chocolate yellow there. Lovely. Right. Another underarm chuck. Give that another go, folks. So it's locals say it's 16 metres over there. Might be a little bit more where that's just landed. It's not quite as tight up as what the others were. So I'm not going to give that one as long. It was a little bit closer to the bank, the last one. And the bites have been coming between 4 and 5 minutes. I've not had one before then. So I'll be leaving it in up to 5 minutes, maybe 5.5 tops. Plan was to go straight out there with the pole. While I'm catching fish like this, excuse me. The sun coming out. Oh, mighty fisherman's in is Graham Scott. There we go, folks. I'm only going to give this 3 minutes where it is at, 3 or 4 minutes tops out there. It's just not quite as tight as I wanted it. Apparently the dobbing and again the reeds can be quite lucrative, so we'll have to give that a go. That is my plan. I'll probably refeed this skimmer line. But if I'm catching carp, there's no point fishing for skimmers, so I'll have a look at skimmers if it goes really strange and there's no bites coming from anywhere. That is the plan. I'd like to catch carp all day, get a better weight. Yeah, just no indications there. I think I might have to we're getting liners before, so it's a little indications like the round your feeder and stuff. That's just gone. It's not much short, it's only about this much short, but it does drop down. So it's probably in slightly deeper water there. 4 I think, 4 or 5. Right, there we go. So there we go, folks. We'll see how we progress during the day. As I thought might happen, I've lost one in the reeds, it snapped the line. Checking my line every time I've had a fish, but I could just feel it grating. It's gone again. There we go. Another F1. One-upped itself, thank you very much, Mr. Fish. It's a small F1, about £1.5, maybe £2. Give that another go. You might have seen that one, a nice positive bite. I'm sure Headley will get his timing right with the video so you can see it. This wind's getting really strong now. Good thing about underarm, you can keep it low. It doesn't really affect. If I was giving it that, I'm sure it'd be wanting to drift to right and it could be all over the place. It's not quite as accurate. Underarming it, I'm getting a lot better at it. But I'm happy with that. It's tight enough to the island. And they're just lovely, positive bites. The trouble is with pulling this way, they want to go into those reeds, so I've got to pull my rod and try and drag them out, get to the right hand side and pull them this way. Unfortunately, the last one felt like a good fish. Just piled straight into the reeds, and you can hear it, it just like grates. And it just snapped within seconds of it grating. You just feel it against the reeds. So, £18, an hour and a half in. I'm going to have to give the pole line a try, but everybody's packed in using the long poles because of the wind. It is quite strong, but I'm going to give it a go and we'll see how we get on. If it's impossible to hold my pole out there, I'll just have to keep flicking my little method along there, or a little bomb or something. I'll just have a short hook length, maybe an 8-inch hook length on the bomb. What tends to happen is your hook bait goes forward a bit. We don't want it catching in the reeds. But steady away. I don't think it's on fire. There's certainly been fish caught roundabout. Mick Smith's into one. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on today, folks. Enjoying it, nice. Right, over and out. Right, folks, I've had a nightmare hour. Nightmare. Lost 3 rigs into them reeds. I've ended up putting a shock leader on now at the bottom, 12-pound shock leader. Just hopefully just to be able to get through any of them reeds and just try and drag them out a little bit quicker if I can. As soon as it touches them reeds, it's snapping me it's snapping me line, so that's unhooked itself. There we go. That's the first fish I've had in an hour. I've hooked into 4, sorry. I went on pole long, but wind's just calmed down now, but I just couldn't hold the pole. And where all those reeds are as well, you get tight up, just catching reeds galore. Don't matter where I put it, I've gone all along there. I can't get tight in the foot. If I'm not tight, I don't get a bite. If I'm tight, I end up, especially with gusts of wind, end of the rig keeps catching them. You can't even see them. But there's obviously reeds sticking out. I can just about see they're like brown reeds. You can't really see them until your rig catches them. So that has been a bit of a mare just on the pole there. I've tried the skimmer line, and Scotty outside of me, he absolutely loves his skimmers, and they're just not showing. Not had a bite on the skimmer line. I've tried soft pellet, I've tried maggot. I've not had a bite at all. I'll get back out there. That's banging same spot as last time. Quite pleased with that. That seems to be the most productive area where I am, just over there. But holding your pole out there with big gusts and you're just catching reeds all over the place. And I'm sure if it's calmed down now, but I'm sure if I could hold it still out there properly, we'd get a few. But it's just been an absolute mare trying to hold your pole. Even when I was fishing for skimmers there, your pole's just whipping like this all the time. It's just starting to get back up again, but it was really strong earlier. Just couldn't hold the pole. So we've got a couple of hours left. What we got? I've got about 24, 25 pound. Ringer's been catching one or two. He'll be fishing down track, I would have thought. Ringer likes his fishing down track margin, so I'm due to bait the margin up shortly. Scotty's gone in his margin already. I've heard Bob's just had a great big one. But when I hit fish on this, they just immediately want to go into them reeds, and you can't see it, but I would say about a yard to right of where the reeds end. There's loads of debris, and I saw it all. In fact, I saw my feeder come to the top of it, and it lifted all these reeds up and stuff. So I've got to really try and drag them away from it. It's been frustrating. Tackled up 4 times now. So there's definitely fish there. Oh, time. I'm just having to wait a little bit longer. I've not tried the bomb anyway. I'm not quite sure where to try the bomb. Especially after dobbing round there and catching all those reeds on bottom. Ooh. Bit of a liner there. Thought that were going to go then. That's F1's picking at it. I recognise the little jabs. Always feel like I've been done when that happens, so I'm not going to leave it in too much longer. I keep swapping from a medium size to a small. They call them Duro banjo feeders to Preston, but they're like a little hybrid feeder. I've just got the medium one at the minute. There we go. It's going into it again, look. Come out, you bloody thing. They were definitely on reeds then, because I felt it grating. So that wasn't too well. That's come off. Well, it says 1.5 minutes on here, but I've been talking to you guys for 2 or 3 minutes. Well, 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes, I reckon that's gone, which is about what it was earlier. Oh yeah, that's straight over net, that. He's a decent sized carp as well. Yeah. As big as my net, lengthwise. That's the biggest fish of the day, folks. Chunky little unit. There we go, folks. He's got to be £6 or more. Now if they're the fish I've been trying to drag through the reeds, there's no wonder it's been snapping, but I had no option but to try and get it away from there. Not bad, not bad, oh, not bad at all. Right then folks, let's get back in. Right folks, it's been absolutely siling it down. I've had the odd fish. I'm up to about £40. I've got 39 on my clicker. Nigel's just had one. I've not lost any more since I've put that shock leader on. We've only got about half an hour left. I'm going to have a look in the margin. I've seen people trying in margins and nobody's really caught anything, but I've got to have a look. I've prepped it, so I'm going to go down there, have a look. So we shall probably see you folks at the weigh-in. I've primed the margin. Literally just gone in. Dropped a bit of a few micros. Corn on the hook. And it's gone under. Oh, a few micros left. Right, I did get that one folks. Battery went. Had a few little indications there. It's gone again. I don't think it's the biggest one, but it's a bream. Took a bit of a strange bite. There's only about 10 or 12 minutes left, so we'll see you folks at the weigh-in. Right folks, it is the day after. I've not got the results in front of me, so I'll have to try and do it off memory. Right folks, well, I weighed in, best make it quick. I weighed in and got absolutely drenched. Peg 43, I wasn't unhappy with that. A couple of locals said fish just off bottom with 6mm pellet, which I would have loved to have done and tried, but what I found, well, there were a lot of reeds sticking out, wind were blowing a hoolie. I just couldn't present it right. I hooked into a couple, but it just never felt right. I'm sure if it had been a little bit better conditions for holding your pole, done alright. But there were reeds, some you couldn't even see, and you just see your rig get caught, and it's like, what's that got caught on? So I give it up as a bad job, that. I ended up catching mainly on method towards the gap on the right hand side, just an underarm. It's 16 or 17 metres. I kept going along different little spots. Prime the margin, and I did have a few in the margin at the end, but they were only bream and small carp, and lost one right on the whistle. Decent fish, but it was foul hooked or not, we'll never know, but it came off. And that was it. The skimmers never really showed, apart from they came onto the corn and micros. So, and a few other people said they caught good sized skimmers, sort of 2 to 3 pounders on corn. Graham ended up having a few in the end. He was feeding chopworm and castor and stuff, so he ended up getting a few in the end, but they weren't having it like they have done in the past. So, how have I? I've lost my key. I'll have to find it in a sec. How have I done? Well, here we go. We had 3 sections of 6, 18 of us, 3 sections of 6, and we had a first, second and third. I must say I've thoroughly enjoyed it, apart from I lost three hybrid feeders. I would try my best to steer them away from those reeds, but once they started grating, I could feel it, and it's a weird feeling. And I'm just on this dump steaming up, and I've lost 3 lots of gear, so I ended up putting a 12-pound shot lead, only about that much, just for the reeds down at the bottom, and I didn't lose a fish after that. Why I didn't do that after the first one, I do not know. Something I'll have to remember if I'm fishing near reeds, so want to remember there, folks. Right, your 3 section winners. I got my specs on. We've got Mick Smith from peg 7 with £36.1. We've got Simon Hudson with £31.15, and we've got Bob Huntington with £40.13. Just to give you a reflection, it's not fished as well as what it did the week before. Having said that, these guys do fish it a lot. £200 came off peg 31 last week. But I do think all that rain has definitely affected how the fishing's been, for sure. So well done, guys. What a set of mighty fishermen you are. In third place with £43.5, me. So well done, me. Yeah, what's a mighty fisherman name? In second place, we have got Ringer John Sims. He's coming with £57.13 from peg 10, so well done, Ringer. What a mighty fisherman you are. And your winner, and this peg with our club has won. It's got to have won 50% at matches. Peg 8, Tony Glue, who helps me organise. You'll have seen him at the draw and what have you. His fish bomb and pellet on peg 8 towards the island and caught £73 and 4 ounces. So Tony Glue, you are this week's, oh boys, mightiest fisherman. So there we go. Lovely fishing of this, folks. If you've never been here, Swanlands at Thorn, get yourselves down. Cracking fishery, plenty of fish to be caught. Things are changing, folks, for sure. You can just tell there doesn't seem to be, the talk was there's no regular patterns, and that's a sign of things getting a little bit more difficult, maybe a little bit more patience needed, a bit less bait needed, things like that, you know. So there you go, just things to be aware of. I know it's been mild, but it's definitely changing for sure. Right, that's me done. I'm gonna get home, grab some tea. In fact, I'm meeting the lads for a quick pint, get some tea. Where am I next? I'm at Hayfield Lakes for the Carper qualifier on Sunday, so I'll hopefully see you there. So thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget, it is absolutely free to subscribe to my channel, and if you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up would be very, very nice. So until Sunday, take care, folks, and we shall see you pretty soon. And don't forget, fish on.